Let's see.
Put my glasses on. My name is Xavier Castillo, and we're at the Blanco Studios and my studio. I grew up in Tampico and Reynosa, Mexico. And my family, well, the background is there also because they had, in the 40s and 50s, a company that used to make costumes for circuses and bands and theater and whatnot. I didn't learn anything from them. I was a kid, back then, so it didn't really cross my mind, never crossed my mind, Yeah, when they closed the business, everybody forgot about everything, and that was it, I didn't start working as a fashion designer until early 80s. It was just perhaps a little not mistake, but I was sent off to learn English. And after that, I wanted to stay in Europe for a little bit longer, so I attended one of the schools in Paris. And since then, I've been going back just to specialize in the beadwork and embroidery. Then in the 80s, early 80s, I moved to Laredo, Texas. And back then, the stores and everything, they was like the most wonderful stores, bead stores and fabric stores and whatnot. That got me more excited about it. And then I started, since then, I've been doing this.
There's a kind of a tradition of the skills, and a lot of the things are passed down from dressmaker to dressmaker. Javier was certainly working on his own, doing dresses and things, but was not involved in Fiesta. And then Artis Erickson, one of the other dressmakers who actually just passed away this past year, called him to work on some things.
She called me, she goes, I need some help. I said, okay, sure. And that's how everything started. I started helping her with her dresses and trains and everything, little by little, and then it evolved into me making the crowns and still helping the other dressmakers to make pieces for their trains and dresses and everything.
It's a culmination of 3 years worth of work, and to see it all done so beautifully and with such love. But Javier just comes up with some really cool ways to interpret a flat drawing.
In Paris, they didn't know what to say when I showed them one of the books that they put out every year from the previous Coronation, the yearbook. This is the director of the school where I was attending a summer course. I was, what is this? The following year, I explained to him and everything, and he still was like, I don't know what you're talking about. The following year, they had a convention here, a textile convention here, and he was one of the main people involved in the convention. He called me, he asked me, do you think you can borrow some gowns to display during the convention? I said, sure, no problem, Then he got to see the actual gowns and everything, you know. So, and he was like, nowhere in the world they do this, you know, so, to this level of, you know, sophistication and quality and all that stuff, you know.
What do you think keeps you sort of
Motivated?
yeah?
I don't know, but it got to the point now that I do love this, and I dream about all this all the time, you know, and how to continue doing these things, and to make it better every time and every time, and that's it, you know. So.